My most transformative learning experience. What could it be? I went through 13 years of public education. You would think during that time I would have some teacher, some method of teaching that was above and beyond, exceptional. Something that really stood out, but there really wasn't. Everything was the read from the textbook, answer questions, regurgitate it on a test. It just wasn't new. Everything was the same, and for that reason, what I learned the most, it was out of school. What engaged me most was what I did out of school. Now, I live on a cul-de-sac. It's a very secluded place. When I was younger, and really still now, I'm the youngest person. I was the kid of the street. And who was closest in age to me? That was my brother. I hung out with him a lot, and that's how we gained and built this really strong bond. I did whatever he did. I watched whatever he did. So, he was always on his computer. He was always either making something, viewing something, creating. And I believe I took after that. I see now that while I was enjoying myself and having fun with him, it really goes into much of what I learned. Follows many of the learning theories, for example, cognitive apprenticeship. This is something that I learned while doing, even though I didn't know I was learning it at such a young age. And I think he didn't even know that he was teaching me either.
When he was very little and I was like 8 years old, I didn't realize that he was learning from everything I was doing. But as I got a little bit older, when I was in my young teenage years, then I realized that since I was doing well in school, if he could learn what I was learning at that time, then once he got to my age, he would already be much better off than I was.
He had an affinity for journalism. Journalism, broadcasting, it was his favorite thing. And as the annoying little brother, what do? You happen to like very similar things that the older brother does. And so, he is an exceptional, bright young person. And as a result, he wanted to create a news station. He was in his early teens. He created a news station. I didn't have anything better to do, so I helped him. I didn't know too much, but as long as he could show me the ropes or show me exactly what to do, I could do it. I watched him day in and day out on the computer and making, creating, and I thought, hey, I should be able to do the same thing.
New Channel 12 at 5 p.m.
In anchored learning, much of what you learn is from a coach, a mentor, someone older than you, presumably. Much of what I learned was from him, and he was that anchor. We are 6 years apart. It didn't feel like that, though.
Even though he's my little brother, I never really thought that he was too little. Our ages seem pretty close to me, even though there's like a 6.5 year gap. He has helped me out with very important professional projects that I've worked on, and he's been very professional with his actions and his output of everything that he's done, that I don't think anyone would have guessed that the age gap is as big as it is.
When everyone else was playing outside or playing video games inside, I was usually creating my next business and exploring my new idea. And many of these were only possible because of the technology that was available to me. And I suppose I lucked out because of the time I was born, the time I was growing up. It was when this technology was really, really starting. This theory of using 21st century skills in much of what I do is how I accomplish much of what I did. So what my brother, my mom, my dad taught me, that is all my foundation now. Foundation of what I really use every single day. All of what I learned, I can now apply to really anything that I do. And I found these applications in such diverse fields that what I learned in middle school or high school and these obscure classes, I don't even remember. What I remember most is what I was taught and what I was able to do. Those were the best experiences of my life, when I was able to create and make and innovate more than really whatever I did in formalized education. So that was the past. What lies in the future, we'll see about that. Alright, so now I'm going to need you to say that I'm pretty much better in every single department that I could think of.
That's good. That's good.
Who's supposed to laugh?
Yeah, I want a good comeback.
Four and three and two and